Hey guys, what's going on? It's xdeadlysmoorex here, and welcome back to part 27 of our Trails of Cold Steel 2 Let's Play. In the last episode, we had a fight with two members of Ouroboros. The number one enforcer, in fact, was one of them, McBurn, and then another person who's a member of a group called the Stahlritter, Duvaly. Duvaly's a bitch, and McBurn's alright. And he kind of one-shotted us, and then Instructor Sarah came along, and then Duke Alborea then appeared, and then we got introduced to a new type of soldier. It all started kicking off in the last episode. That was quite fun, and now we've got Eustace back, and he was obviously arguing with Marcus once we got back to Ymir. So in this episode, we're just gonna kind of be we're going to the Phoenix Wings, which is like well, as you know, it's like a spa kind of, or hot spring hotel kind of thing. It's pretty good, and then we're just going to continue on from there. So let's get into it. Thus they left for the Phoenix Wings to recover from the exhaustion that had built up over the past few days. Thanks to the manager's kindness, they had the building largely to themselves, so they enjoyed a relaxing dinner and soak in the springs. And after agreeing that they would discuss what to do next the following afternoon, they returned to their rooms to sleep. I really like Ymir. Ymir's like a really nice place. Like it's a nice, I guess, like hub area for Class 7, which is really good. It's what you kind of need in a game like this. It's like a hub area, which is what Ymir offers. Ah, so peaceful tonight. Everyone's probably fast asleep by now. We might have all spent our time apart in different ways, or with different things in our minds. But now we're finally back together as a class. It wasn't easy to get this far, but we have one less thing to worry about now. And I owe it all to Elise's support and encouragement. It's thanks to her that I've been able to make it this far. Hang in there, Elise. I'll bring you and Princess Elfin back safely, I promise. And when I do, I'll be sure to thank you again for giving me all I need to come as far as I have. We still have to sit down and discuss what we're doing from here on out too. Can we even figure out something like that by tomorrow? I've got to bring at least some ideas to the table, but what? I'm happy we're together again, but we've got a lot to decide about our future, and it's something we need to decide as a team. Everyone's had their own challenges to face and problems to conquer, but each of them have faced what they were given head on. And hang on, excuse me. We ended up apart, but no one lost hope. Instead, everyone tried to make the best out of the circumstances they were dealt. Thinking back on our reunions, I think the one who left the strongest impression was Laura. I think it would have to be Laura. We may not know where her father is, but she bravely stood up and defended Legraham in his place to the best of her ability. And that couldn't have been easy for her, with how worried she must be. Not once did she let her worries stop her from doing what needed to be done. She proudly fought to protect her home. Wish I could be like her. Wish I could be that strong.
Reem?
Laura! I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
You don't have to apologize, Reem. I should have checked if someone else was inside before coming in.
You did kind of yell his name though, Laura.
Truth be told, I was thinking the same thing. I thought it would be empty by now. Still, this might make for the perfect chance to sit and talk, no?
Oh, you still want to come in?
There are few things more pleasant than relaxing in a hot spring while gazing up at the wintry sky. That tingle of warmth returning to my fingers and toes is particularly nice.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's my favorite time of the year to relax in the springs too. But never mind that. Are you sure you're comfortable with both of us being here, Laura? It's pretty late, and with the two of us, it's kind of,
Well, I am modestly covered, so I don't think there's a problem, per se. Although I'd prefer if you didn't look at me quite so pointedly. It's embarrassing for me to be here too, I hope you realize.
True. I wasn't doing it on purpose. Sorry. Anyway, you said you wanted to talk, right? Was it about anything in particular?
Well, I wanted the opportunity to say thank you.
You're thanking me? For what? I don't feel like I've done anything that warrants being thanked.
Everything, I suppose. I wanted to thank you for surviving all this time so that we could meet again. And I wanted to thank you for coming all the way to Legram to find us. Crow may not be with us, but you're the reason the rest of us are together again.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. Besides, it was only because of you guys that I was able to do anything at all.
Well, it's understandable that you'd feel that way. Still, I believe Class 7 is only what it is because you are at its center. You were the one who stood right back up and fought, and it's because of that we were able to make it this far. That's what I feel, and I know that's how the others feel too. So, thank you, Reen. I'd rather you didn't laugh at me. It took a lot of courage to come in here and tell you that, you know.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
I see. In that case, be sure that you never forget what I said. We've been through so much together. The bonds formed between us will not be so easily broken.
Don't worry, I won't forget. And now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the Academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. So, let's give it everything we've got.
Of course.
Yay. Nice. Nearly level 4, which is pretty good. Okay, our meeting at Phoenix Wings cafeteria isn't until this afternoon, which means I've got plenty of time to figure out what we can do beforehand. Maybe it'd help if I ask the others about what's on their mind too. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Yay! This time Laura, Emma, Eustace and Sarah have 2 bonding events each that can be viewed instead of 1. Talking to one of these characters after viewing their first bonding event will allow you to view their second. Whoop whoop. Right, well, we know who I'm gonna... Well, first of all, we're going with Laura. Oh, so, oh, there's Fee. Yeah, there's the bike. It's Angelica's oval bike. I'll have to take good care of this in Angelica's place. There you are. Even the air feels... Oh, no, my bad, sorry.
Even the air here feels clean. It's not hard to see why young Cock-Fi is so fond of this village. I hope I'll get a chance to bring Father and Klaus here one day.
We'll be happy to have them. And don't worry, I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances once this war's over.
I hope so. I suppose that's another reason for us to hasten its conclusion. But I still have a lost how to, though. What should we do, I wonder?
She's definitely racking her brain over this. Maybe a break would do her good. When we go somewhere and take a break. It's good to take a breather sometimes when you're stuck on a difficult problem.
That sounds reasonable. In that case, I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you escort me to your room?
What? So this is your bedroom. Oh, for fuck's sake. I gotta get used to the it's not like I haven't played this in a while, it's just gotta remember the voices.
The decor is something of an Eastern feel to it, or has something of an Eastern feel to it, fitting for a former student of young Kafai's. Is there anything here that's particularly representative of the 8-leaf school?
Oh. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure my headset's on, like, correctly. I should have known. You caught me off guard when you asked to see my room, but it figures this is what you were interested in.
Why would you be surprised?
Oh, it's nothing. As for your question, I don't have all that much, I'm afraid. Wait, I actually have some tea leaves Master Kafai gave to Dad a while back, I think. How about it? You up for some green tea?
Really? I'd like that very much. This has quite a refined taste indeed. This is my first time tasting green tea. Monica let me sample the tea served at her class's tea house during the festival.
I mean, you should know, Laura, I think we went to it together.
Well, this seems to have more depth to its flavour and fragrance.
Master Kafai is a huge fan of this kind, apparently. He brought it back from the east with him. He's always bringing gifts whenever he comes to visit. He's popular among the locals. Everyone here likes him.
Really now. I've yet to have the opportunity to meet him in person, but I can easily see why he and Father get along so well. Would you happen to know where he is now?
Nope, afraid not. That letter I received from him during our vacation here didn't specify. He's always been something of a vagrant. He wanders the continent throughout the year, stopping off wherever he pleases. So, while I can't tell you where he is, I'm sure he's just fine.
I imagine so. If rumour is to be believed, he's proficient with the blade as father, or he's as proficient with the blade as father, if not more so.
You worried about your dad?
I am. I try to avoid admitting it publicly, but it's a fact. His skill is immense, however, but given the various new weapons that have come into play during this war, along with the powerful wars such as General Aurelia and that knife from Ouroboros.
Yeah, can't blame him for being a little concerned under the circumstances. Still, all we can do in the meantime is keep going and do what we're able. As long as we keep that up, I'm sure we'll be reunited with them in due time.
Maybe. No, you're right. In a sense, this is but another trial we must overcome to reach greater heights.
Yeah, I know we can overcome it so long as we're together. Boom, level 4. And another.
My tea was delicious. Thank you for allowing me to join you. Incidentally, Toval mentioned that you used to train somewhere deeper in the mountains. Is that true?
Yeah, in the Isengard range. Wait, don't tell me you're planning going up there on your own.
Well, after that break, I feel like doing something more active. A walk in the crisp, snowy mountains should clear my mind just perfectly.
Wouldn't mind a mountain walk. If you're really that interested, I can show you the way there.
Would you? I'd be very grateful. Then we should set out at once.
Oh, sorry about it, guys. For some reason, Laura's voice always makes me yawn, or get close to it anyway. Together, Reen and Laura climbed the Ymir mountain path, their destination being the canyon above. Soon enough, they had arrived at the area where Reen once trained under Master Kafai.
I was expecting the climb to be quite so lengthy. Or that far, really. You conducted your training a remarkable distance from Ymir for one so young.
Yeah, we spent a month living here away from civilization. We trained almost every day, but even when I wasn't training, he was teaching me how to live side by side with nature. We had to catch our own food, secure a place to sleep every night. Sometimes we'd even challenge monsters as practice.
Oh my. That does sound rather harsh. You were just a boy at the time of training, yes? I can't fault it, however. Your state school does have similar practices. And when I was a child, I would offer to join the students in training in the mountains.
I'm not surprised to hear the Arcade School's training right up there with the 8 leaves. I made it through in one piece, but I was completely exhausted by the end. Lisa's really worried about me. She wouldn't stop crying when I'd finally come back home.
That's not hard to picture. After taking a look at the scenery, there's no doubt in my mind that training here would be a valuable exercise.
Yeah, it certainly was. Standing up here and being surrounded by nature serves a reminder of just how small and insignificant we really are.
I suppose I could say the same about our swords in this war.
Sorry, Laura, I'm not following.
No matter how much Edgewater trains, realistically, a mere swordsman stands no chance against our foe, against a force of tanks or soldats. That being the case, what significance do swords even have in this war? I've been pondering this a lot lately, and I still haven't reached an answer.
That's a good question.
And yet, when I look at the vast mountains surrounding us, I feel like I've been liberated from those warriors. It wasn't just because she was skilled.
Wait, let me try that one again.
It wasn't just because she was skilled that the Lion's Maiden was able to end the war of her time. They played a role. Certainly she must have possessed numerous other qualities that contributed.
Yeah, that's true. And in the same way, I'm sure there's a role that swords can play in the end of this war too, even if they can't do it alone.
My thoughts exactly. We simply have to find it, as a class. I know we will.
After talking for a while, they enjoyed a short mock battle against one another before returning to Ymir. You're born with lower strength and there we go. I'm going into the footbath. Invite friends. There we go. Right. Lisa's just up the front. Oh, she's in the swordsman. Oh, she's in the manor, I think. Here we go next. We'll do Gaius, considering we're like outside. Oh, fucking hell. I told you guys Laura's voice, like, makes me yawn. I'm not changing it though. Oh. I figured a quiet church would be a perfect place to sit and think about what we can do. But so far it hasn't done me much good. There has to be something we can do to help the people of Erebonia, but what? Yeah, though hopefully whatever we decide on will help people in North too. There's got to be something that only we can do that'll help better people's lives. We just need to figure out what. That's about the point I'm at. Still, if we keep thinking over, I'm sure the winds and the goddess will grant us their inspiration eventually. That does actually seem like a pretty good place to brainstorm. Maybe I should sit and join him for a while. You know, now that I think about it, there's someone I'd like you to meet. A friend of mine, in fact. A friend of yours? Yep, follow me, I'll introduce you. He should be in the village right now. Is that friend of yours here? Can't sense anyone. I suppose you would have trouble sensing him. Especially if you're trying to sense a person. What am I looking for if he's not a person? Here he is. Is that a hawk? Huh, looks like the one that helped us save us. Let's try that again. Huh, looks like the one who helped save us from those Jaegers in Nord. Very same, in fact. He's a friend of mine who watches over the Nord Highlands from above. His name is Zio. He's named after one of the warriors who fought alongside Emperor Dracos during the war. Scree! Oh, I'm not making a hawk noise. That's about as best you're getting from me. He looks so cool up close. But what's he doing all the way out here? Guess as good as mine. I spotted him on the roof of the Phoenix Wings last night. Might have followed our scent. All the way from Nord, though? That's quite the distance. Wonder why he followed us.
I wish I could say for sure, but I like to think he wants to lend us his aid. He watched us slip up a few times during our battle, so I imagine he thinks he can make things easier.
Scree. I see. Well, he's already gotten us out of a bind once, and if he's got your glowing endorsement, I'll make a hell of an ally. Okay, welcome to Team Z. Whoa.
I think he's trying to say he has no intention of getting too friendly with us. He'll just watch over us from above like he did before, lending us his aid when he sees fit.
Hey, that works too. In that case, thanks for watching our back, Zeo. Scree! Ew. We're finding new allies left and right these days, aren't we?
Certainly feels that way, though I bet he sees us more as weaklings in need of protection than allies. Either way, I'm sure his support will be invaluable in the days ahead.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I could say the same about yours.
Likewise.
They quietly watch Zeo fly off into the distance before returning to the church together. Oh yay! I've completely forgot about that. So another thing, as you just saw, if you like, I reckon. Well, it looks like if you like do the bonding events with people, they might learn skills quicker than they already did, which is pretty good. This castle allows them to summon Zeo to do damage in line. Fair enough. That's cool. As once again, it's been a while since I've fully played through Trails of Cold Steel 2, so who's over? I press the down button like you do in Trails of Cold Steel 3. So that's Milliam, that's Claire. In here is Emma. I got 4. Okay, so I want to do a Eustace's one, Elisa, Fee, and I might do Instructor Sarah's. So I'll do well, Fee's outside, so I'll do Fee's one right now.
It's not named Madal, right? He's cute.
Yeah, Dad raised him to be a hunting dog, believe it or not. He's a sweetie though.
Looks like a smart one to me. I think he's pretty relaxing too. I'll stay with him a bit while we think about what we should do.
Come to think of it, it's just about feeding time. Want to help me feed him?
Sure, I'd like that.
Be right back. I gotta go get his food.
How's that taste? Good?
Woof. Again, I'm not making animal noises. Say that's the best you're getting from me. Looks like he's wagging his tail. Sorry for not being able to spare much time. Wait, let me try that again. Sorry for not being able to spare much time for you and Arthur, Badao. Woof, woof.
He says it's okay. Smart doggy.
Can you understand what dogs are saying or something?
No, I'm just guessing based on how he acts and barks. Back in the Corps, he used to look after the military monsters a lot.
Really? Sounds like an awfully dangerous job for you to be doing.
Well, I did get bitten sometimes at first. But after one of the caretakers showed me what to do, they stopped.
The way you talk about your time there, it's hard to believe for Jaeger Corps, Urian was one of the strongest. Is that for unusual by Jaeger standards?
I guess. The boss was pretty easygoing. But it was always hard to tell what he was thinking. You remember what I told you at Manor Park, right? How they taught me survival skills and all that? Zeno and Leo taught me how to set traps in the art of close quarters combat.
Can't imagine what it must have been like living like that kind of life day to day. It's easier to see how you came to think of them as family.
Yeah, we're family. Until they left me behind after the boss died. I just want to know why. Why did they have to leave me behind? I want to know that. And now that
Let's try that again.
And now that I might have the chance to, I don't want to let it pass me by. Even if even if it won't be easy getting it out of him. Still. Woof, woof. Think I understood what you were saying this time. Try not to overthink it. Something along those lines. There's no reason you need to try and find it out alone. Not when you got all of us with you. If that's what you want to know, we'll all make it work out. You will? You're right. As the things not work out when I got you guys.
Yay! I like Fee. Fee's great. Also, her Chairs of Cold Steel 3 design, oh, really good. Like, all the members of Chairs of Cold Steel 3 looks a lot different than, like, style-wise, I think it kind of uses the same, but it's just got, like, it's a better graphical, like, thing. Bit better graphics for, on this. At least, but, like, the ones I've seen so far of Class 7, like Fee and Elisa's like designs are the best, because I think it's a year? No, my bad. I think it's a 2-year time skip or a year time skip between Treasure Cold Steel, the end of Treasure Cold Steel 2 and Cold Steel 3. But Elisa, like when she's Elisa that and in Treasure Cold Steel 3, her design is amazing. Anyway. What are you doing up here, Elisa? Your mother told me that I could find some tools in here, so here I am. I need them for the work I'm going to be doing on the Orbital bike. Wait, you know how that bike works? Well enough to do that? Well, an engine's an engine, right? I should be able to tinker with it. After all Angelica's done with us, I at least want to make sure she gets her precious bike back in top condition. Might be nice if I gave her a hand. Sure. Need a hand there? Sounds like a 2-person job to me, and I'd feel bad for making you do all the work when Angelica left it in my care. Figured you'd say that. It'll probably go smoother with an extra pair of hands, so sure. Alright, everything around the orbital engine's taken care of. I could probably do with being taken for a test. It could probably be taken for a test ride at some point though. Oh, I should oil the moving parts too. Man, you're really amazing. I knew you were good with orbital technology and all, but I didn't expect you to be able to perform maintenance as well. All this is just a stopgap, really. I had a few chances to look at it back at the academy too, so I have a vague idea of what needs doing, but that's all. It doesn't make it any less amazing in my eyes. When in Nord, you worked out what was wrong with that truck, and even knew the model of that mortar we found. At first I thought it was just because you're part of the Reinford family, but I feel like that's underselling it. That's underselling you now. Must have sounded like crazy to know so much. Well, I did spend a lot of time studying orbital technology, even before enrolling at the academy. I used my family's name however... Wait, hang on, let me try again. I used my family's name however I could in order to visit the RF factories and attend lectures at the Institute of Technology. I'm more than confident I made the most of every chance I had to study and broaden my knowledge on the field, or off the field. I have a feeling I know why you did that too. Was it to rebel against your mother? Well, I can't deny it. Not to beat a dead horse, but it feels like Mother just stopped caring about us after my father passed away. I mean, she'd stolen the company from Grandfather and everything. How could you do that to your own father? So I suppose you could see that studying was more of a way to try and show her up or something. At something. A little at least. I see. So were you able to? Not in the slightest. Now that she's missing, this isn't the time to be thinking about my next act of rebellion either. You know what? That's fine by me. I've made up my mind to focus on the future rather than the past for now. So I gotta keep that promise I made to her in Mur after all. I'll be running the company before she knows it. I think she'd prefer it that way, honestly. Huh? Look at you. You were so engrossed in that bike you didn't even notice all the snow burning off on your head. Still, I think you found the right way to approach things. I have to pick up a few pointers from you. Can't let myself get too wrapped in my past either. And that way, we'll both be able to find the best path for each other to take. I certainly hope so. Come on, don't cry. Here, this'll cheer you up. Is that a bunny you made out of snow? And look, you got loads of snow on your head too. Don't worry, you can follow me back to Ymir. Stay close, okay? Okay. Are you kidding me? What's wrong? I can't believe I forgot. Now remember how I talked about coming here with my family as a kid? Ended up getting lost on a mountain? But when I started to think, I realized that forever, a boy had appeared out of nowhere. And he led me all the way back to Ymir. That boy was you, I'm sure of it. That does ring a bell, actually. The year after that was when the whole thing with my power happened. So I kind of pushed everything to the back of my mind. Weird. We really did meet when we were kids. I was only joking about it before, but yeah, we really did. I'd forgotten about it too, probably because it was a scary memory for me. I don't blame you. Still, you don't get coincidences like this every day. I'd be embarrassed to try and attribute it to something like fate, though. Yeah, you're right. Maybe if we'd realized sooner, sure. It makes me happy to know it was you all along. Sorry, didn't quite catch that. It's nothing at all. Anyway, let's finish up with the bike, shall we? Yeah, sure. Rena and Lisa worked together to finish the rest of the bike's maintenance, and the two of them, feeling somewhat awkward around each other due to their recent discovery, upon their completion, they returned the tools to Baron Sworder's study. Nice. And who's next? Right. Where is everyone? So that's Instructor Sarah. I've got 2 left. So either... Is that Eustace in here, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. So I can either do Instructor Sarah twice. That sounds mad. Or I can do the bonding event with Instructor Sarah twice or once, or I can do it with Eustace. And I know there's like Marcus and Elliot. Let's go with Eustace, because I like Eustace. Deciding what our class should do has proven much more holy shit, let's try that one again. Deciding what our class should do has proven more difficult than expected. Still, I left Brehard so I could make my own decisions about my life. I'll make this one for myself too. Even if the destination is even if the decision is yours, the burden doesn't have to be. Hazard Brere's problems concern every single one of us. There's no reason you need to sort all of this out on your own. We've been with you this long, that's not going to change. Thank you, but I am aware. A better break would help him clear his mind, make a better decision. Should I drag him into one? Yeah. Hey, wanna come look after Arthur with me for a bit? Who in the blazes of Arthur? What was that? Was that the name of... Oh, is that the name of our family horse? Got it in one. Since you're kind of a horse expert, I'd really appreciate if you could help me out with him for a bit. Why not? I'd like to see him myself. Lead on. This is a fighting horse. There's a strong air of dignity about it, much like the young horses back at the academy. Yeah, he does. He's pretty friendly too, isn't he? He's been here since Dad took me in, so he's getting up there in years. But he still has the same energy. Dad still takes him out hunting along with Badao. I see. I imagine his dignified appearance is a result of much experience then. He does appear to be in dire need of exercise, however. His muscles aren't quite as defined as they should be. Wow, well, at least you could tell. You're not in the riding club for nothing. He hasn't had much of a chance to get out and about since Dad was injured, so that's probably why. Then, if we can, I'd like to do something about that. I'd say we give him a good brush before taking him out. I think he'd like that a lot, actually. After brushing Arthur and giving him the care and adoration a horse could dream of, Reen and Eustace took him on to the mountain path. Seems really happy to be out of the village. It's been quite a while since he last had the chance. So it appears. I imagine he would rather go out hunting with his master, however. Horses are always far more comfortable with their usual riders. My family at the riding club are no exception. That makes sense, but with Dad's injuries I don't think he'll be fit to go out hunting anytime soon. Speaking of the riding club, do you have any clue what's going back on at Thor's? You're the one who managed to get the bike out of there, so I figured you might know something. Mind you that I was only able to do so through the Noble Alliance. I tried to make use of my position as a member of House Abra as best I could. Unfortunately, my authority pales in comparison to Father or Rufus's, so I'm afraid that was the most I could do. That's a shame. Still, I appreciate you trying. I really owe you a lot, even for little things like helping me look after Arthur. I hardly think I deserve your thanks. Being my father's son, some of the responsibility for his disgraceful actions fall on my shoulders as well. I have a duty to do all within my power to atone for that to both Baron Schwarzer and Ymir's people. I'm sure my brother feels similarly, even if he appears to prioritise his role in the Civil War at the moment. Like I said back in Briarwood, there's no reason for you to feel responsible for what happened here. I understand that you're concerned about your father and your brother, but dwelling on the past benefits no one. All we can do is keep moving forward. You have a point. No burden out there exists you should have to shoulder alone. Hypocrite, Green. Fucking hypocrite. Not as long as you're a member of Class 7, as long as we're together, we'll be able to carry out the weight of any burden. One would think I'd be used to how our class works by now, and the Imperial nobility should show its spirit through actions over words. Exactly. Both know what we need to do. We saw it to one another when we fought that moment you came back to us. Indeed, and I fully intend to do as promised. The two continued walking Arthur along the... I saw that again. The two continued walking along the path with Arthur a little longer, and then eventually turned and ascended the mountain. Of course, upon their return to Ymir, they gave him a generous helping of food before going back to the Phoenix Wings. Well, depends. Do I want to round out links or not? Because I could mark... So the ones that are like level 2 are Marcus, MR, and that's it. So it's either one of those two if I wanted to round out links. I mean, Instructor Sarah's is like level 2 as well, but still. Same with like Toval's and Captain Claire's and Sharon's. But... I'll see what Eustace is going to say again. Horses are wonderful creatures. After spending some time with yours, I admit that I am feeling more optimistic, despite the fact I'm still freezing after all the time outside. Perhaps I should head over to the tavern and get a hot cup of tea. That should make planning our next move easier. I don't mind to cup myself. A nice cup would hit the spot right now, actually. Mind if I tag along? I'll help you brainstorm. No objections here. Wynne and Eustace then walked to the tavern, and both of them ordered their tea as any fine Erebonian gentleman would. Oh, you here, Reen? Hey, Elf. Hey, Kiki. Hello. Welcome to our tavern. Thank you for your hospitality. Are you two gonna go, you two... Wait. Holy shit, my reading's been atrocious in this episode. Should we try that one again, guys? Are the two of you going off to play somewhere? Uh-huh. We're not sure what we're gonna do, though. I wish we could have more snow like the last time you were here. That'd be fun. Please, no. I'm glad to see you're back to your usual cheerful self, Alf. I was horrified when I heard those Jaegers used you as a hostage. But you don't seem any worse for the wear. They did? It's no big deal. Mr. Baron saved me in the end. He's just trying to act tough. He spent hours crying afterwards. No, I didn't. Anyway, now that we've run into you, maybe you could come play with us. We haven't been able to play together in forever. I don't know, I've got a pretty busy afternoon ahead of us. I see no harm in joining them. We can't spare it too long, but we could certainly play for a little while. Really? Yay! Okay, let's go outside then. It's gone in M. I don't think I've seen this one, so I'm kind of intrigued. Rin and Eustace were then led outside by Alf and Kiki, and after a brief debate on what to play, they decided to go with the classic hide and seek. Everyone ready? Ready. Found you, Kiki. Already? Well, that's boring. Alright, now to find everyone else. Found you, Rin. Wow, you couldn't have picked a place that was less obvious? Of course it's going to be easier for you to find me if you're both looking for me. I guess that just leaves Eustace. Okay, come on, let's find him. Huh? What you doing here, Eustace? Nothing. Now go away. There he is, I found him. That didn't take long. You all suck at hide and seek. Oh, you're playing hide and seek? That sounds like fun. I want to play too. Eustace like, fuck my life. After Milliam joined in, they all played hide and seek for a short while longer, and each of them taking turns to be the seeker. Man, children really do have unlimited energy. I'd say a certain classmate of ours has far too much energy, even by those standards. Still, I can never quite become used to playing outside. It's been a while since I last played outside like this. I wasn't expecting you to join in either. I know you're already here with the kids and all, but still. I wanted to do something to raise their spirits a little. The sooner that boy can forget that awful memory of being taken a hostage, the better. So that's what you were trying to do. That was really nice of you, Eustace. Still, you don't need to worry so much. The children of Ymir made us sturdier stuff than you think. The thing we can do is make sure they never have to go through anything like that again. Indeed. I, for one, have no intention of allowing my father to do anything so foolish ever again. But I know that I won't be able to stop him alone. I have all of you standing at my side. That goes without saying. As both nobles and members of Class 7, we have a duty to do whatever we can. That was quite nice. I like Eustace. As I say all the time, I really do like Eustace. So I think we're going to end off today's episode here. Oh, I saw Sharon for a minute, but no. Yeah, we're going to end off today's episode here. So for a quick recap, Rin had a sort of like a heart-to-heart with Laura in the Phoenix Wings Hot Springs. Then we had, on our rest day, we did 2 bonding events with Laura, one with Fee, one with Gaius, one with Elisa, and then the other 2 with Eustace. So, in the next episode we're going to be, well, brainstorming the idea of what to do now that all of us are together, or all of Class 7 are together, and how we're gonna, or where we're gonna stand in this war. So, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit that like button. If you are enjoying our Treasure Cold Steel 2 Let's Play, make sure to subscribe as well. Also, if you guys are a fan of JRPGs, or just RPGs in general, make sure to subscribe as well, because hey, that's what I do here. Like I say in every episode, I have 2 products in the work lined up. One of which I have finalised and I will begin recording once I've finished Treasure Cold Steel 2, and the other project has, when this video has been recorded, has yet to be released, but when it does get released, hopefully I can record those videos and get them out for you guys. But if not, I have other projects in mind, so don't worry, your boy's got you. But with all that PSA out of the way, this is xdeadlysmoorex, and I shall see you guys next time.